Earlier this week, it was announced that in an upcoming DC comic, the new Superman will come out as bisexual, and people are losing their shit. We will explore this now in a segment called Bitch Please. Bitch Please. Y'all really upset that the new Superman will be bisexual? He is a fictional character. He's not even the original Superman. That's Superman's son. Why can't he be his authentic self? Are you afraid him and Lex Luthor are gonna trick you into a threesome? You wish. Look how handsome these men are. You could never. Now, some people are saying, this is ruining my childhood. Bitch, please. If a comic book character being bisexual ruined your childhood was trash to begin with. It's trash. Let it get ruined. Instead of being fixated on Superman's son, maybe you should focus on things that are happening in the real world, like school shootings, anti-maskers, and anti-vaxxers, because they are literally ruining childhoods. Also, Superman is an alien from an alien planet. Humans are a whole other species to him. And you're okay with his interspecies love affair with Lois Lane, but his son can't get his groove on with a male reporter? Bitch, please. Lastly, for those of you who are saying there's a queer agenda or they're shoving their lifestyle down our throats, I would like to say to you, with all of the power of my ancestors behind me, bitch, please. It is called representation, so please go outside and to the left with that foolishness. There is a child out there who is scared and not feeling seen, and they don't see themselves represented on TV, and they can be made to feel like they are lesser because of who they are. One day, that child is gonna pick up a comic book and see an iconic character that's associated with strength, honesty, and America, and they're gonna see that that person is just like them and that it is okay for them to be who they are, and it will change their life. That is why it is so important that we have queer comic book characters, because the only queer agenda is living an open and happy life. Oh, and saving the world from upcoming meteors. Yeah, this has been Bitch Please. Texas Governor Greg Abbott on Tuesday ordered the state's Child Protective Services to investigate all trans children and to prosecute their parents as child abusers. He also ordered the general public to start reporting any transgender children they see. Well, you heard the man. The law says everyone in Texas has to start reporting trans kids to authorities, so it's only right that we give you some tips on how to identify any trans children that might be in your midst. Tip number 1, the children. So keep your eyes peeled for anyone short, vulnerable, and in no way a threat to you whatsoever. If you see someone that fits this description, there's a real possibility that they are a trans child. Call the cops. Tip number 2. They look and act like everyone else. So if you see a child acting totally normal, there's a chance they're trans. Warning signs may include playing hopscotch, giving cootie shots, and having dimples. If you see a child doing any of these things, place a hysterical call to 911. Tip number 3, they are afraid. Trans people have a nearly 1 in 10 chance of being physically attacked in any given year. That's a real fear they carry with them every day. So if you see a trans kid, make things worse for them and call the FBI. Tip number 4, they're experiencing homelessness. Transgender and other LGBTQ identified youth make up 20 to 40% of the homeless kids in our country. So if you notice a young person struggling to find housing, do what Jesus would do. Call a SWAT team. Tip number 5, they're tired of your shit. Trans kids are all different, unique, perfect human beings, but they all have one thing in common. They're tired of hateful adults inserting themselves into their business. So if you see a child who seems exhausted by your bullshit, it is possible that they are trans. Call your congressperson. Tell them to call the president, because that's a code red. And hey, make sure to do it now before you realize how utterly obsolete you are and how the world has moved past its need for you. Or you could off. A school district in Utah recently decided to suspend their reading program after a third grade teacher read her class a book about a transgender child. They suspended the program rather than let their children read a book about a transgender kid. I couldn't believe it. Now, normally I would spend 5 minutes on my show railing about how the people who decided to do that are complete garbage, but I'm having a nice week, so I'm feeling patient enough to try to talk to the people who are scared to let their children learn about transgender equality. I'm not sure how it'll go, but I'm gonna try in a segment called Look at It This Way. Hey, hi there. I hear you don't want your kids reading the story of a little transgender child. Okay, well, that's really stupid. Okay, that didn't work, but how about this? The world is changing, and it's scary, huh? Okay, yeah, when people say things like pronouns and gender binary, it feels scary, doesn't it? Okay, that's better. Well, if a pronoun can scare you, then maybe you should stay your dumbass at home. Sorry. Okay, wait, let me try again. Look at it this way. I know the world is changing, isn't it? Yeah, but that's no reason to deny your children facts about the world. The fact is, their world has transgender people in it, doesn't it? Yeah, look, I know you may think that it'll turn your child transgender, but buddy, if they are, they already are. And as powerful as this book is, it can't make a child something they're not. And what's gonna happen next semester when you find out one of your kids' schoolmates is trans? Hypothetically, what will you do then? Right? Your kid will be all like, why did no one tell me this was a possibility, huh? I mean, hey, your idiot child thinks Paw Patrol is real, but not that transgender people exist? I mean, what are you raising them to be? Professionally dumb? Oh, sorry, I take it back. Okay, hey, look at it like this. Whether you know it or not, transgender people exist. You're not helping your kid by sending them out into the world unprepared. It would be like you never told them about birds. They're gonna see one and be like, I wish someone had the balls to teach me about birds because they're so beautiful and they make my world a better place. But you won't, and then we have to deal with your dumbass offspring. The transgender community suffers workplace discrimination, crap healthcare, violence at an alarming rate, and they gotta deal with your dumbass kids too? Sorry. Okay, wait. Okay, look at it this way. The world can be a great place to live if you're willing to fill it with love. And it is with love that I'd like to say, please, for the sake of humanity, teach your children that it's okay to be different. Can you do that? Great. Idiot. Earlier this month, hundreds of high school students across Florida staged walkouts to protest Florida's so-called Don't Say Gay bill. It was pretty inspiring. Check it out.
Hundreds of high school students are walking out in protest.
If you're gay, it's not hurting anyone to be gay, so the fact that they're passing bills restricting these rights is just baffling in my opinion.
But sadly, despite huge opposition, both in Florida and across the U.S., that bill recently became law. It will prevent teachers from talking about LGBTQ people and issues in their classrooms. Here to comment is my head writer, Jenny Hagel.
Hi, everyone. I'm gay, and I just want to say how impressed I am with all the high school students who came together in Florida to speak up against the Don't Say Gay bill. At one school, over 100 kids walked out. At my high school, the only thing we could get 100 kids to agree on was that the song Hey Jealousy was a banger. Do you know how much teenagers love bullying? Do you know how bad your bill has to be for teenagers to say, that's too much bullying? That's like Machine Gun Kelly telling you, that's too many tattoos. The point of Florida's Don't Say Gay law is to prevent school teachers from talking about LGBTQ people in their classrooms. But it is so important for queer kids to see reflections of themselves in school. I went to elementary school in the 80s. Do you know how many times we talked about Sally Ride? Do you know how great it would have been to hear just one time that she was gay? Do you know how many people my age watching this right now just said, Sally Ride was gay? I wish teachers had told me that Lorraine Hansberry was queer, that Billie Holiday was queer, that the guy who invented computers was queer. Also, I wish somebody had told me I was queer. It would have saved me a lot of time. It also would have explained this outfit. I look like Paula Poundstone's intern. Look, Florida's new law is garbage. Kids deserve to go to school and feel good about themselves, and they deserve to learn about the world we actually live in. A world made up of all kinds of people who are all equally valuable. And a world where hate jealousy is the #1 greatest bop of all time.
Everything you said was true except that last part.
That's fair. That's fair.
Jenny Hagel, everyone. I have a responsibility to say things that people need to know that aren't being said. It's a cool opportunity that I don't take lightly. There are very big, obvious truths that no one wants to say on TV, but I will. So I can't believe I have to say this, but you matter. Even though Florida passed the Don't Say Gay bill that prohibits teachers from talking about gay people in their classrooms, you matter. Children who are gay shouldn't sit in school wondering if there are other people like them. They shouldn't be made to feel like there is something wrong with them. And kids with 2 moms or 2 dads shouldn't be made to feel like there is something wrong with their family. There is nothing wrong with being gay. And cutting off an entire part of our community will hurt us all in the long run. Now, they can stop us from saying gay. They can try to put all the restrictions on you they want. They can try to get people to be scared of you or grossed out by you, and I'm sorry. But it doesn't change the fact that you matter. And another thing, I can't believe I have to say this, but stop selling luggage at the airport. If I'm at the airport, I already have luggage. You think I just showed up with some loose t-shirts and $100? You think I'm walking around with 2 handfuls of socks? Like, where can I put these? Where can I put these? Shut down that luggage store at the airport and replace it with a store that sells something useful, like vodka. And I can't believe I have to say this, but it is wrong for there to be hundreds of new anti-trans bills being introduced across America this year. It is not okay to make trans children feel unsafe. They deserve our protection, but it's a lot easier to get people to vote Republican by making up problems like immigrants are taking our jobs or black people are gonna come get you. And I'm so sorry that our trans community has become the latest boogeyman. You deserve better and you matter. Also, I can't believe I have to say this, but don't play music out loud on public transportation. I get that you can't wait till you get home to listen to Thong Song by Cisco. I get it the most. But that doesn't mean we all want to be magically transported to 1999 with you. Either buy headphones or sit in silence and question your life choices like a normal person. If you think it's fine to make us all listen to your personal DJ session, you're wrong, we're wrong, wrong, wrong. Can't believe I have to say this, but think pieces about whether we should teach school children about queer people or gender identity are not okay. Who you are should never be up for debate. The only thing those think pieces make me think is that the person who wrote them is a bigot. And finally, I can't believe I have to say this, but Crocs are ugly. They look like colanders for your feet. They look like 2 little buckets that lost a fight with a hole punch. I cannot believe someone tricked y'all into wearing them. People are like, nurses wear them because they're comfortable. Well, I think nurses deserve better. I didn't bang on pots and pans every night for nurses to have wet socks. That's not right. Now, I thought people were wearing them because they cost $1, but do you know they cost more than $1? These cost $35. These cost $54.99, and these cost $625. Man, for $625, you can wear no shoes, hop on my back, and I'll take you wherever you want to go. So, there you go. The Don't Say Gay bill is trash. Luggage should not be sold at the airport. You deserve to feel safe. Get headphones. We can see through your hateful articles, Crocs, and most of all, and I can't stress this enough, you matter.